Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rum and Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink and we know things while being employed. Wait a minute, I said that incorrectly. That's the wrong order, but yay.
So, for the last 2.5 years, we have been hashtagging trying to get Nate hired, and sure enough, it's happened, ladies and gentlemen. Nate is a fully employed individual, and dude, we're stoked. We're stoked for you. Congratulations, man.
Thanks. Yeah, fate, she is a lazy bitch. Took a while to get around to me, but it's all right. It's the quality, I guess, or whatever.
Right.
Hashtag Nate hired.
Yeah, right. Jesus, thank the Lord.
So today is Tuesday, May 3rd. That's right. It is May 4th Eve, and we are just sort of generally shit talking today. Just sort of what's up, what's out there, what are we looking forward to, and of course we'll have our segments, which we can just jump into right now. But first, if you're out there listening, give us a like, give us a follow, and if you like what you hear, leave a review. We'd love to hear what you guys think of us. So with that, Joe, how's the horror corner looking?
Looking good. We got a second trailer for The Black Phone.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yes. Dude, Ethan Hawke, hardest working guy in Hollywood right now.
For real.
Well, when you have a break for a while and then you get a door opening, like I know, you work your ass off. Hold on to your butts, Odyssey.
Moon Knight, Northman, and now Black Phone, and what else? There was something else that he was in, but damn, Ethan Hawke, go for it, buddy.
Just killing it.
Yeah.
So that comes out on the 24th of June, I think.
June? Yeah, I cannot wait to see that. That looks eerily creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have a good couple months for horror. Men is coming out on the 20th of this month. That's Alex Garland's A21.
Oh, that's right.
Little feature.
Right. Yeah.
And then Jordan Peele's Nope comes out in July.
Yes, it's on my list.
Right.
Aliens.
Yeah, and then the Firestarter series is popping up as well.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. I forget what streaming services is housing this, but yeah, a Firestarter series based on the.
I want to say it's either like Hulu or Amazon or something like that. It's not one of the major ones.
One of those. So yeah. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, we saw the trailer, like another trailer dropped last week, and we're like, what? So that's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I checked out a found footage movie called Hell House LLC on Shudder. And
nice.
Is it a B&B that is haunted or something? Because that's amazing.
No, it's a bunch of people are making one of those haunted house installations, and they've been doing it like a bunch of times, and it's always Hell House. And this time they decided to go outside of New York and find an actual abandoned hotel. And when they're setting up the haunted house, creepy shit starts happening, and turns out it starts out with the opening night of the installation, and you see YouTube footage and shit of all the goers that are going through the haunted house, and then just chaos breaks loose. Everybody starts screaming and trying to get out of the house, and awesome. It cuts to reporters that are saying, just we don't know what happened. And then you go back through one surviving cast members of the haunted house comes in and brings all the video footage that they shot and was like, here you go. Here's what happened. Wow. And so then you go through all the footage and you get to see what happened. It's fun if you like the found footage, shaky cam shit.
Right. Yeah.
But there's a couple things that they just they don't explain at the end, where I'm just like, okay, why the hell did you put that in there? But okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's creepy. It's fun. I would recommend giving it a shot.
Nice. On that sort of B&B tip, there's a great movie, and I think I talked about it on here before. Superhost on Shudder. Did you ever watch this?
I did not.
Yeah. So these people Airbnb a house and the host is creepy as fuck. And I don't want to spoil it for you because it's actually a pretty decent horror flick. So
I'll
yeah,
check it
it's
out.
on Shudder. Check it out. But the girl who plays the superhost is fantastic. But
Very nice.
it's along those lines. They're like Airbnb influencers that find this one spot that is apparently amazing, and they go there. And sure enough, as most horror movies, things turn sour, and you learn stuff. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
what
not
else you
spoiling anything, but this movie, Hell House, actually had like one of the perfect like reaction moments of just like when you see something creepy as fuck when you're in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Finally, the character does the right thing and just puts the covers over his head.
How is that the right thing?
Oh, God.
Totally not.
You don't
the
get
right
to
thing
use
do.
like toddler invisibility rules against monsters.
Right.
Yeah, if I see something creepy in my bedroom, I am going full toddler, just putting the covers over, hoping it goes away.
Are you kidding, Joel? You're like rolling to the right and firing 3 shots. Okay.
I know, right? Yeah. Don't
Busted
tell
into
me,
the wrong
Ken.
goddamn bedroom now, didn't you?
Yeah. You can't tell me there isn't a loaded gun in your room at night when you sleep.
Allegedly.
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 Right. Yes. Yeah.
I admit to nothing.
Or quick access to firearms and ammunition.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Right. Yes.
I plead the fifth. F-I-F.
F-I-F.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's my horror corner for the week.
Nice. I
I've
like
got
it.
one thing to tack onto that if you want. I was going through this list. This is more of our after our segments piece, but there's a interview with the Vampire series coming out on AMC this year.
That's correct.
TBD, premiere of fall. I saw that and went, well, what? Like,
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. It sounds amazing.
No, clear. Yeah, being married to, I'm married to. I know way more about this than I should. But
You
no,
have the inside track.
right. No, they've filmed this in New Orleans. Actually, I think they're finishing filming it up right now. Yeah, they released a couple scenes for like a teaser, a little bit,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it looks good.
Ooh,
You know,
I'm excited.
so yeah.
Big shoes to fill. No, Alexa. Okay, hang on. Somehow, I said I'm excited, and Alexa lit up like she was going to say something. Not now, Alexa.
Alexa got excited as well.
All the
Want me
lights
to
turn off.
reorder your lubricant.
Yeah, right. All the lights turn off, and just candles start popping on around the room.
Right. And what the Wham song starts to play. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Careless Whisper.
Oh my god.
Right.
No, for me it'd be more like some Teddy Pendergrass, like turn out the lights, light a candle, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Let's take a shower, shower together. All right, you guys look that one up. Teddy Pendergrass, turn out the lights, guaranteed to make something drop, and we're good.
Right. Heyo.
Rum and Regret After Dark.
That's right.
Yeah.
So streaming service selection of the week. So on Paramount Plus, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds starts this week, and this is the Captain Pike driven Enterprise series, and it's great. They put out this wonderful thing, sort of the the longest pilot to series pickup ever, 55 years, because
Nice.
the original pilot for Enterprise was Captain Pike, and Majel Barrett as number 1, and so yeah, it's cool. I'm liking everything I'm hearing about this, and apparently it's going back to the episodic story format. There's going to be no sort of long story arcs. You can jump in. Of course, they might throw in nuggets here and there, and obviously you're going to get to know the characters.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
And I'm sure a lot of that will play into sort of how they act and whatnot. But apparently, this is a episode by episode series, which is exciting because that is what Star Trek is, and that is what sort of, and all of the other series have sort of ditched that, with the exception of Lower Decks, the animated one. But I mean, that's cool. And then Star Trek Picard finishes up this week as well, and that it's just been so good and so great. It's such a good series. I also took some time and finished up Space Force on Netflix this week.
Oh, rest in peace, Space Force.
I know.
Canceled this week.
It's such a fun show. It really, really was. So, but I can see that it where it did have some sort of weight before, now that has sort of gone away.
Yeah, now that the source of the ridicule is abandoned ship.
Right.
It's more of a stinging reminder. It's like genital herpes of the the administration.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Jamie and I just finished the second season of Upload on Amazon Prime, and it's surprisingly a really, really good show.
What is that one?
So Upload is when you die, your consciousness gets uploaded to a. So it's kind of like the Black Mirror episode, right?
Roger. Okay. Yep.
Remember? Yeah.
Yep.
And but it's and it's a comedy, and it's interesting too, because there's just I don't know, it's just a fun show. There's I don't know, there's a lot going on. It's hard to explain.
No, don't try.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. And, you recommend it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's a decent watch. It's a decent watch. So yeah, with that, Nate.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
All right, hang on before you raise that monster.
Excuse
streaming
me.
service. This is not a streaming service of the week, but this is a kind of can tie into that because I don't know where else it fits. Last couple of weeks as a free man, went and saw a matinee movie yesterday, which I won't have many of those left in me during the week anymore.
Right.
And I had been hearing good things about this movie, but it's not getting the love it deserves. And for the love of God, you don't need to see it in the theaters, but make a point to watch this movie. It is. I don't know how to explain it. It's. I think I sent a chat to you guys where it was a quote from Mark Bernardin with like the best.
Oh yeah.
The best way that it could be explained, something to so fucking weird in the most beautifully elemental way. And Joe, you would absolutely. I mean, everyone's gonna love this, but Joe, the weird level in this movie is through the roof, and it's fucking fantastic. Like confetti coming out of a popping head, fantastic type stuff. And it's there isn't really a way to explain it and do it justice. Just go fucking see it. It's
what movie is it?
It's called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And it's going to win all the awards.
Okay.
So it's Michelle Yeoh and Short Round from Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
He makes a comeback. Apparently he's been doing stunt coordinating for 30 years. And he makes a roaring comeback in this movie. Just so happens that Indy 5 is filming right now. So, maybe we'll get Short Round.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Yeah, he kicks ass in this movie, like literally, and his acting is done really well. He reminds me, God, he looks so much like Jackie Chan in some of those scenes. I went,
really?
Wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
He just the way he acts and his action and everything was just great. I'm not going to try to go into details with this, but mainly it's the best way to explain it is like it's a mashup of Buckaroo Banzai, The Matrix, Cloud Atlas, and God, what other weird shit? And insert your favorite like kung fu movie. It leaves you walking like I walked away from this movie not being able to fully process everything. Like I need to go see it again, or I need to spend a day with my thoughts, like on a clip. Like, is this what it's like to do psychedelics in Peru, like with a shaman?
Nate
that's
had
how I felt.
Ayahuasca experience in the theater.
That's exactly, with Joe Rogan or whatever. It makes you question everything, and it's just so. It gets really weird, but you hold on for dear life through that, and it comes out the other side, and it's like a break in the clouds.
That's so cool.
Good. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, and it's not.
Wow.
It's what Marvel wishes they could do with the multiverse idea. Let's just leave it at that.
Ooh, big word.
Yeah.
And when that note, this is going to be a big one.
That's what she said.
That's what she
not
said?
I don't know.
That's not my locker.
That's not our thing.
That's what she said as she's going to the bathroom.
Oh.
Like it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna go back. Jesus, back to front. That worked out too well.
Oh man, you never go out to mouth, Nate.
You never go back to front. So we're gonna go old to new and do it that way. So it looks like Marvel pulled a really cool kind of premiere thing, getting ready for Thor: Love and Thunder, where the movie poster was Chris Hemsworth in his full on 80s like sleeveless Ravager garb, and they replaced all the posters with Natalie Portman as the Mighty Thor in all the posters, and they look amazing.
Oh,
I'll
nice.
show you guys the images. It'll be cool to throw something like that into the show notes. They interviewed, Variety interviewed Rebecca Romijn about the potential of her returning as Mystique in the MCU, and there was a bunch of like, oh, I don't know, they have an approach, like the classic, she probably is doing something or has done something already for them.
Oh sure.
She said, "Oh, I'm open to it. It'd be a long time since I've played those characters, but I'm open to it," kind of thing. So maybe I'll see her on Thursday in the premiere.
She's busy though. She's number one in Star Trek: Strange New World.
I saw that. Yeah, that's actually on my list of things I'm looking forward to. Now, you said it's episodic, so does that mean they're releasing them weekly, or are they dumping ahead of time, or what?
No, so they've been releasing the Star Treks weekly.
Okay, so I think I'm going to wait.
Paramount Plus keeps it. They keep it rather traditional. They don't, they sometimes they'll put the first 2 or 3 out there, like other streaming services. But no, they've been pretty faithful to the traditional release schedule.
Okay, it's on my list, and it's definitely something I want to watch. So I'm looking forward to diving into that. Sony announced a delay on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel, which kind of sucks, but whatever you got to do to make it better. Delayed from October of this year to June next year, and then part 2 of it is in 2024 now. So big bumps back for that. I should have bundled this with the other Thor thing. So Marvel confirmed the storyline with Love and Thunder. If you guys haven't read the Mighty Thor comics, which I just bought all of them for Addie, and I should probably read them after reading this article. The main thing in this is that Jane Foster has breast cancer, and she's undergoing chemo. And there's a moment where she is, for some reason, at New Asgard, and they're doing they build a shrine for the shattered pieces of Mjolnir, and they reassemble and fly to her, and she becomes the Mighty Thor. So that's how it happens in the comics.
Okay.
The problem with that is when she becomes the Mighty Thor, her chemo doesn't work anymore. And so every time she becomes the Mighty Thor, the cancer progresses. And so there comes a point in the storyline of the comics where the universe is falling apart, all the gods are dying, and she's the only one that can draw the line. But if she does it again, it's probably going to kill her because it's going to allow the cancer to take over Jane Foster versus the Mighty Thor. So there's a bunch of really cool stuff that they set up in the comic books that sounds like they might pay off because they confirmed that storyline for the movie. So we'll see how that goes. I have the books, and I'm going to start reading those. Let's see. So Laura Donnelly, actress from the Nevers, dark hair, looks a lot like what's her name from the Eva Green? Is that right?
Oh, Eva Green. Yeah.
Yeah, looks a lot like her. She's cast as Elsa Bloodstone in the new Werewolf by Night special on Disney Plus. She's in a lot of the stuff that you watch, Joe, and I'm not sure what to pull up for her, but take a look and see what you think. You'll know who she is. She's in the Nevers currently. Let's see. 2 of Marvel movies rank atop Fandango's summer most anticipated films list. Number 1, Doctor Strange. Number 2, Thor: Love and Thunder. 3, Jurassic World. 4, Top Gun. 5, Minions. 6 is Buzz Lightyear. 7 is Elvis. 8 is Nope. 9 is Bullet Train. And 10 is Downton Abbey: A New Era. So that's Fandango's list, not mine. Let's just be clear. Let's see. Paul Bettany teased his potential return in another interview, kind of a la Rebecca Romaine. Queen Elizabeth celebrates her 96th birthday with the Avengers theme song. So the Royal Guard has a band, and they performed the Avengers theme song for her at her birthday.
Oh my goodness!
Holy shit.
And there's video with the fuzzy hats and the red outfits and everything. Wah, 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 wah. It's so good. But yeah, that just kind of made me smile. Something that didn't make me smile is that Doctor Strange 2 is now officially banned in multiple countries, Saudi Arabia and Egypt, specifically for the positive portrayal of LGBTQ plus characters. So go fuck yourself, Middle East. Moving on. Let's see. James Gunn defended Chris Pratt after Marvel fans petitioned to cancel him, which really fucking irks me. Apparently, so Chris Pratt has made some pretty cringy comments on social media lately, like "find yourself a wife that looks at you the way she looks at me" kind of thing. And there's some really kind of weird stuff. But people are trying to connect him. The church that he goes to supposedly supports like pray the gay away type therapies and stuff like that, allegedly. And so James Gunn just roasted all these people that were kind of approaching him and saying, "Hey, we got to replace him," or whatever. He said, "There's no way that's true. You're full of shit, and he won't get replaced as Star-Lord because we're all going with him if he does," kind of thing. Right. So good ups on James Gunn for defending Chris Pratt, because I'm sure that's kind of I got your back from before. Chris Pratt definitely being cringy in social media, so knock it off, Star-Lord. Let's see. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 will feature over 200 characters. 240 characters, and it takes place in 6 universes. My brain hurts. Yeah, my brain hurts. Oscar Isaac apparently is Spider-Man 2099 in that. So talk about somebody working hard. He's in Star Wars and MCU and animated MCU and
he's in Moon Knight twice.
Exactly right. Yeah, seriously. He's got 4 characters in 5 universes. So apparently his version of Spider-Man has no sense of humor. It's kind of like a very serious kind of Drax take on Spider-Man, apparently. So we'll see how that goes. That sounds kind of fun. Venom 3 officially greenlit at CinemaCon this year. Right. So that's going to happen. Awesome. I think you're probably going to see the whatever the Carnage thing is again. We'll see what happens there. Morbius.
Venom Let There Be Carnage is officially out on Stars right now. So you can watch that if you have Stars, and you can watch it for free.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, it's all right. It's no Morbius. But speaking of Morbius, Morbius available Thursday, May 19th. So very quickly onto digital.
Wow.
Did not perform well. I mean, I think it made like 180 million maybe in the first couple weeks. Yeah. Which hopefully covered the budget. I'm sure it did, but not a lot of positive reviews there. It was fun. I had a good time at the movies with it. Al Madrigal, who plays one of the detectives in it, actually was interviewed quite extensively about how his role got cut and like 50% of all the comedy got left on the floor and a bunch of big battle scenes got left on the floor. So apparently they cut the hell out of that movie towards the end. It'll be interesting to see if they ever restore some of that. Tom Hiddleston got interviewed revealing some like super chaotic Loki in season 2. So if you love Tom Hiddleston and Loki and want more craziness, hold on to your butts. So that should be good. Disney confirmed that Avatar 2 trailer is going to release with Doctor Strange. So I will report back on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, they apparently they showed some footage at CinemaCon.
Yeah.
Of Avatar 2, and so. And they officially subtitled it too, right?
I think so. It's something about water. I have it listed
like the
down
way
here.
of the water or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then I think they're re-releasing the first one.
Well, that's smart.
They are, because they're
completely forgot what the hell happened.
They're going to try to take the top spot away from Endgame is what they're trying to do. That's hilarious. So from what I've heard, this Avatar movie is supposed to kind of do what the first one did. It's supposed to have all new camera technology and cinematography technology and special effects, just like James Cameron does for all of his movies. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of more excited now than I was. The first one is just your typical kind of White Knight white savior movie, and so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with number 2. Let's see, almost done here. Let me wrap this up. Moon Knight finale coming up next week.
Yeah.
Coming up
week.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, tonight. Apparently has a record-breaking runtime that's less than any other finale so far, unfortunately.
Whoa, really?
A skosh over 40 minutes, apparently. It's a tight 40.
There is a lot to wrap up.
There's a lot to wrap up. So I'm hoping they make it a 2-parter, maybe? I don't know. There's only supposed to be 6 eps, so
Dude,
we'll see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens. I mean, there's so much that they have to kind of wrap up. But to kind of bookend with that, Marvel accidentally hints at Moon Knight Season 2 on Twitter, which is probably just a typo, but they put season finale instead of series finale on their Twitter feed.
Sure.
And then 20 minutes later changed it. So initially, the whole point of why people were like, fucking Moon Knight's only going to be 1 season, 6 episodes? God damn it. That was kind of a big deal. And it makes more sense now if the finale is only going to be 40 minutes long, if there's going to be a second season. So we'll see what happens. There's no way they can wrap up that series in 40 minutes. So
No.
it's physically impossible. Let's see. Almost done here. Disney delayed Captain Marvel 2. It looks like they're swapping Ant-Man and the Wasp. So we're going to get Quantumania first, which actually makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Quantumania is coming out February next year, and then Marvel's getting pushed back to July. So it looks like Quantumania's wrapped production, and Marvel's still has more filming left to do. So that's actually be a fun swap. We'll get to see what happens with that whole Quantumania thing here sooner than later. And there's 2 post-credit scenes in Doctor Strange 2. And I'm out. I'll report back on Thursday. That has been your Marvel 25 minutes. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah.
So I've heard, I have, first things first. So Doctor Strange, they've released some of the non-spoiler reviews so far. And it's interesting because it's a little more, they're a little more segregated than I expected that they would be.
All
Some
over the
people,
place.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that you're, I mean, the smart money is that you're gonna love this movie, and I'm sure that you will. But I'm just interested to see like what your sort of takeaways are.
Sure.
Where it could have improved and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll definitely report back. I've intentionally not watched any of those when I normally would have.
Yeah.
I'd normally be consuming them voraciously just because I want to get extra hyped. But I want to go into this. The trailers revealed way too much, as far as, in my opinion, of this movie. So I don't want to add to any of that and go in kind of as blind as I can, which is impossible with a Marvel movie. So
yeah,
I'll definitely our next pod. I'll definitely talk about it.
Okay, very cool.
We could do an extra shot.
I'm excited because it sounds like some people are really touting it as this is Marvel's version of a horror movie.
Right.
That's what I've also heard, which would be fucking amazing. So Addie and I are rewatching What If right now to prepare for this.
Nice.
And there's a lot of horror elements in that. So I really hope they carry that over. I'll be stoked.
Yeah. All right. So with that, let's roll into just sort of what we're looking forward to, what we can't wait to watch, and or what we should be watching. So, Joe, what do you got?
So the trailer for the Weird Al documentary just dropped.
Yes.
With Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al, which is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first heard this casting, I was like, what? Hansel?
Yeah, exactly.
But seeing him in it, it's like, okay, it works.
Right.
But yeah, it should be so much fun. And, like, I just got so giddy when in the trailer you hear like a surgeon, and I just got childlike glee. Because who doesn't love Weird Al?
Right.
We all grew up with him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm very looking forward to seeing that trailer.
Mm-hmm. And also we got a trailer for the Carlin documentary on HBO. George
that's
Carlin's American Dream. So it's the George Carlin life story, which I grew up with Carlin. My mom watched Hippy Dippy Weatherman all the time, and it's literally quoted damn near daily in our household between me and my husband.
Right.
Carlin is such a part of our lives. So,
yeah,
I was fortunate enough for Ken's birthday. I took him to see Carlin on one of his last tours.
Oh, that's great.
Was really awesome. So, R.I.P. Carlin, we miss you. But this documentary looks really, really interesting. And you got all the comedians weighing in on their experiences and stories, and so
what's the release for that?
Good question. Give me just a minute.
No worries. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just am excited.
That's okay. I should have. Let's see.
You should have known.
I should have known. Documentary release date May 20th. So we don't have to wait that long.
Close.
Nice. It's on Netflix?
HBO.
HBO. Nice. Okay.
So Men and Carlin on the same day. Awesome. Right. I know what I'm doing on May 20th.
Yeah.
And Vikings Valhalla season 3 is officially filming.
So. That's cool. All right.
When's season 2 out?
Or is it season 2? Excuse me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, that's amazing news. It's a 2-parter, right? Hang on. Nice. I'm excited. Such a good show. Thank you, Joe, for that reco.
For sure.
I need to start that. I haven't started that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we are. There's so much in the backlog for us right now.
I hear you.
That and we just got access to Apple Plus, and I can't wait to start Foundation.
You should have access to Apple Plus.
Huh?
You just got it. I gave you my password, man. I mean, allegedly, I may have shared with you something a while ago.
I forgot about that.
That's all good. Watch Ted Lasso if you haven't seen it. It's transformative.
Okay. And if you allegedly leave that information somewhere, I'd like it as well.
Okay.
I want to watch Foundation really bad.
Yes, we'll do.
Nice. Yeah, we're backlogged. Like, we haven't started. So we just finished, like I said, we just finished Upload. We just finished Shining Vale, which is fantastic. Which, if you guys haven't watched that yet, watch Shining Vale. It's a half-hour show. It's on Stars. There was only either 6 or 8 episodes, so it's a quick burn. And it's fantastic. It's such a great Courtney Cox, Greg Kinnear, so good in
What's the premise?
It's a very Shining-esque.
You mentioned that. I think you mentioned that last week. Yeah.
I did. Yeah, because the finale was last week, and so good. So I'm sorry, Joe. Do you have more?
Oh no, that's it. As far as what I'm excited for on the horizon.
I completely hijacked. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's all good.
Yeah, but so Outlander, we haven't started yet. Season 6, we haven't started yet. That's also on Stars. Halo, we want to watch Halo. We haven't started that yet.
It's fun.
What was the other series that we haven't jumped into? But yeah, so Foundation, we want to start. There's just so much. There's so much. And but yeah, with Moon Knight ending, and with Picard ending, even though we're going to jump right into Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, we hopefully will have time for more stuff.
You know what we should start doing, even though we should have done this forever ago, we should have a master spreadsheet in our Google Drive that has a list of everything we're watching, and then we just give it a score afterwards, like
that's a great idea,
or something like that. Because then we can kind of track that over time, and then we can, take a look and see, like, end of the year, what scored the highest for each person and that kind of thing.
That's a great idea.
It'd be worth the 5 minutes it would take to set that up. So
no, that's for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But so yeah, in terms of stuff that I want to see, definitely Black Phone is on there, man. Like, I've really jumped into having that Shudder account. Just really got me excited about about horror movies again, and I just forgot how much I enjoyed them. And even after watching Click or Die, I mean, just that these movies are still getting made, and it's fantastic. So I'm really excited to see. Especially Ethan Hawke just being creepy as fuck.
I know, right?
Because man, that just looks so good. It looks so good. And
let's see if he can act in a mask as well as Hugo Weaving did.
yeah, right.
He does a good job being creepy as fuck in Moon Knight, so I'm excited to see him in anything at this point.
Yeah, and dude, I completely did not put together the Stan Lee lookalike thing.
Yeah,
with
me
neither did I.
Wow, I mean,
but it's right there. Yeah,
I know. After reading that, I was just like, "Holy crap! They totally did."
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I saw that tweet and I was like mind blown. I'm like, "Oh my god, how did I not catch that?"
Yeah,
right. On the documentary kick, because you mentioned Carlin's documentary, I don't know if I mentioned this. I mentioned the Oasis documentary that was on Amazon Prime, which is Oasis, the band from the 90s. They put out a really good documentary. But Alanis Morissette also put out a documentary about just sort of her rise from sort of like mid-range Canadian pop star to like full-on like America, like big star. And for those of you who don't know, Taylor Hawkins was her drummer for 2 years and toured, so he gets interviewed quite a bit on that documentary.
Oh, wow.
And so it's really it's really, I watched it before he passed, and so it's just really great to see sort of what it was like, and really how the Foo Fighters poached him, because Alanis Morissette was on tour with the Foo Fighters. And when the drummer left, they were just like, yeah, hey, come drum with us. And Alanis kind of knew that it was going to happen. So, but anyway, check that out if you want to get a good, see a great interview with Taylor Hawkins.
Where is that?
That is on Amazon Prime or Netflix.
I'm starting to, I'll look it up. I'm starting to make a what to watch list at the end of all my show notes, just to like.
Oh, that's a great
put all these
idea.
things together. So what was the other one that you said was kind of like the Shining
Shining Veil. No, I'm sorry. Was it Shining Veil?
Yeah.
Like it's shining literally in.
Yeah, right.
Did I not put that together until now?
Did somebody look like Stan Lee in that show?
No, it'd be great if someone looked like Stephen King in that show, but
right, exactly.
Like seriously, like the show's called Shining Veil.
Pet Cemetery Town. It's a lot like Pet Cemetery. Surprisingly.
Oh my goodness.
Pet Cemeteryville is the best Farmville clone out there. Oh God! Talk about a video game idea.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! Oh wow!
You
and Church have to run around and raise all the pets from the dead.
Yeah.
Either that, or I want a survival game that's what's the show that we love? That's the vampires on the island, and they're the church, and they take over.
Oh, Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. I want a survival game where you're like one of the last humans on that island. That'd be cool as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that's pretty much my list for now. We need to catch up on a lot of TV, and obviously in terms of movies, we can't wait to see Doctor Strange. We just watched the Batman.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Yes.
I still need to watch it.
Oh, so
yeah,
good.
it was. No, I Joe, I can't wait for you to watch it because I'm really interested to see what you think about this. Yeah, I mean, obviously there are a ton of things that sort of have to happen in a Batman movie that happen in this movie, but obviously the creative direction here is really, really cool. And I'm excited for future installments for sure.
Yeah, Joe, see if you and Ken have a time, man. I got the theater is pretty much done, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
And dude, his profile in the suit, like it looks great in the trailers, and it looks so good on the screen.
Yep.
So yeah. So Nate, what do you got? Your list is long and distinguished, I bet.
It's a big one, sir.
Right.
That's what she said. So I just have it. I have it broken up by month with movies, TV, and video games, kind of all interspersed. So I'm gonna fly through this really quick. Obviously, Doctor Strange in a couple days. I'm looking forward to Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. It's already out. Obi-Wan at the end of the month, May 25th. Top Gun, May 27th. Stranger Things season 4, May 27th, and then the second part's in July. In June, we've got The Boys season 3, Miss Marvel season 1, Jurassic Park coming in on the 10th, Buzz Lightyear on the 17th, Umbrella Academy season 3 on the 22nd. Moving on to July, we've got Thor: Love and Thunder on the 8th, Nope on the 22nd, Bullet Train, which is, if you guys haven't seen the preview for Bullet Train yet, this is Brad Pitt and all kinds of other random people that are all hitmen on a train that all happen to be there for the same job.
Oh shit!
It all takes place on a train, all filmed on an actual moving train. Insane looking. And it looks like something that would follow up like Snatch or one of those as far as the way it's shot. So it looks amazing. The previews are awesome. Look it up if you have a chance. Bullet Train.
Okay.
Looks amazing. And then right after that, same day, DC League of Super Pets. Because I have a daughter that's still into cartoons, and I can't wait to see Keanu Reeves voice Batman.
Yeah.
So,
right. Xander's all about this for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Moving to August, we've got House of the Dragon on HBO on the 21st, and then Westworld Season 4 also on HBO. It just says summer, so I'm assuming it's coming out then.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they were done after season 3.
I thought so too. It's what it says. Yeah, it was on the list for some reason.
Heard anything about this?
Yeah, I think it might be a typo, but I'm just going to throw it out there because it was on the list that I looked up. So,
okay.
Moving to September, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1 on Amazon Prime.
Right.
September 2nd, Interview with the Vampire, Season 1 premieres in fall, so I just threw it in on September. Moving to October, we've got Black Adam, and then apparently there's some like Halloween movie again with Jamie Lee Curtis coming out then. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever on November 11th. And then Starfield, also from Bethesda and Skyrim fame, comes out on the 11th, which is basically Skyrim in space. It's supposed to be like the most amazing space sci-fi sitch ever. That's going to be crazy cool. Avatar, The Way of Water opens up December 16th. So buckle up your shit for that. That's going to be interesting. Shazam! Fury of the Gods on the 16th. I didn't see Flash anywhere on this list, so Ezra Miller keeps getting arrested. I don't know if they pushed it back or what.
And no, so they did. They pushed back this and what was the other one? Crap.
The Batwoman movie too, right?
That's correct. But no, there was another one.
Batgirl, yeah.
Oh, Aquaman. Aquaman also.
Oh, Aquaman got pushed. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know if that has anything to do with who's in court these days.
Yeah. Right. Jesus, knock it off, kid.
Right. Yeah. So Ezra Miller can't seem to catch a break.
Well, can't seem to hold his liquor apparently.
Their preferred pronoun.
Right. Yeah.
They
can't hold their booze, apparently.
Apologies. So I guess, and I've ingested way more media around their arrests than I should have. Yes. There's a great show out of Canada that deals with a lot of the stuff that we deal with called the John Campea Show. I don't know if you ever watched this, Nate. He's on YouTube. But it's he paired with a couple of actors, a couple of other guys, and they talk about basically everything that we talk about. Okay. But he's got some insight into the industry and has talked about Ezra Miller to some length about like what does Warner Brothers do at this point with, because you have a movie that's essentially in the can, right? That you've now pushed back another year, but you have a person that you just can't promote it, and like you can't replace him at this point either, right?
Nah, bullshit. You reshoot it with Grant Gustafson because there's 8 years of Flash and fans of that show that want to see him as the Flash on the movie, big screen. So
yeah, but I mean, what has Grant Gustin not done already as Flash that you put him in there?
Fair point, but I mean that's an out they have, and they have all the money and time to do it, so they could just keep pushing back again. And I mean, you have a built-in fan base. It doesn't make any sense to me why they stuck with Ezra Miller for that. Honestly, I think Zack Snyder's Justice League kind of cemented him even more than what he was.
Right.
He was a great Flash. I enjoyed his character, but if he's a shitheel, you got to get him out of there. So.
Right. And that was a lot of the talk of this too. Is that do you replace him, or do you do you cast another actor and just deep fake it on?
Yeah.
Right.
Ouch. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess half his face is in a mask in this movie, right? So.
Well, yeah, but I think if you look at some of the pictures and the stills from this movie, I guess there's an alternate version of him there as well.
Right. There's several.
So it looks like he plays a couple different versions of himself.
Yeah. I think Grant's supposed to be in that poster, honestly, and that didn't happen. I think that's what happened in that poster.
Right. Yeah, I still love the cameo. Well, I mean, Ezra Miller's been making cameos as the Flash more as he's actually been the Flash in movies. Yeah. And I still love the cameo they did in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and
100%.
Yeah, and the other cameo that I don't know that Joe has caught up on yet.
Right.
So anyway, but yeah, I just find this is interesting too, is that you're basically sitting on a movie that I can't wait to see, honestly, because Flashpoint is one of my favorite stories.
And Michael Keaton Batman in it. Damn it.
Well, and apparently that was the footage that they showed at CinemaCon, was Keaton's scene delivering his "Do you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Oh, awesome. Really?
In his new bat suit.
Yes.
Right? So
let's get nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
so and so apparently that drew the biggest reaction at CinemaCon was Keaton's Batman again.
Right on.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that, when all's said and done, depending on where Ezra Miller is when they decide to actually release this movie, do they release it in theaters, or do they Zack Snyder Justice League this and just throw it on HBO Max and hope that...
Man, I don't see how they can do that. I'm sure they spent all the money on this movie. They got to get it into theaters to try and recoup some of that, I think.
I totally agree. So,
but I hear what you're saying. Can you please stop fucking around so we can promote this with you not in jail or in court or something?
Right.
Lord. Well, get them off the island, for the love of God.
Yeah. And a lot of the talk is because this has been a pattern of behavior for Ezra Miller for years. And
help is what he needs. He needs help.
Right. And I guess Warner Brothers tried to sort of not necessarily sweep it under the rug, but they decided to sort of let the first, they gave him a sort of, all right, you screwed up. We're not going to address this. Just be cool. Just be cool. Right.
Yep.
And they can't hold their liquor. And just, So,
correct.
Man. Break it.
So I've got a little bit more left on my list, if that's okay.
No, please.
I have a TBD section because these things don't have dates yet. So I'm going to go through this real quick. As far as video games go, there's an Avatar video game finally, Frontiers of Pandora. That looks interesting. Dune Spice Wars, which we've talked about before, Joe, that Ken used to play a Dune RTS on PC. So it's in early access right now on Steam. The full release hasn't. It has an 86%, really high rating on Steam right now for early access.
Oh my goodness!
The version 1 release date isn't out yet, but I'm downloading it. I think it's probably done by now.
Dude, I played both versions of the RTS game. The crappy DOS version, which was so addictive, and the 2000 remake with the cutscenes with the actors in it and everything.
So I'm pretty sure Ken played the crappy DOS version.
It's getting really good reviews. So maybe we should. It's something we should check out as a rum and regret sitch. God of War Ragnarok, so the follow-up to the amazing God of War game on PlayStation is coming out this year at some point. Gotham Knights is also coming out sometime. It's a co-op Gotham family game in the Arkham universe. Man. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out at some point, which is a full-on open-world RPG as a Hogwarts student. Lord of the Rings Gollum is coming out this year, where you get to play as Gollum trying to find the ring in Lord of the Rings, like in the world.
Oh my gosh.
No way, really?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want to play that so bad.
I know. Hang on, Joe. Marvel's Midnight. Yeah, exactly. And then for Andy, Marvel Midnight Sun's coming out from
Fucking A,
the
yeah.
XCOM folks, and then
Hell
Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is coming out at some point
wait.
still, which is my number one on that list. Even though Starfield is really high up there, but I think that one's probably my number one.
Yeah.
And then movies and TV shows. Actually, no, these are all TV shows. It looks like so. Andor, prequel to Rogue One,
Right.
is coming out on Disney Plus. Enola Holmes 2 with Henry Cavill and Stranger Things 11. What's her name?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Thank
Yay.
you.
Hope I-
The first one was so good and so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm happy that's coming out again. Good Omens season 2 on Prime Video.
Right?
Yes.
Also this year. His Dark Materials season 3, HBO,
Can't
coming
wait.
out. They're making a series out of A League of Their Own, which I am really happy about on Prime Video.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Hopefully it's a family-friendly version, although I could see them going not and it being amazing. But I'd love for Addie to see that. It's actually one of her favorite movies. Let the Right One In. They're making a series out of this on Showtime. It's
Leave
a
it alone.
vampire. Yeah,
Leave
it's
it
a.
alone.
Yeah, I know. It was so good, right? But I don't know. Showtime they're gambling. So Let the Right One In season 1 coming out. Sandman coming out on Netflix this year.
That's
Sandman.
right. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Secret Invasion on Disney Plus, which is Skrulls invading the world in Marvel, coming out. She-Hulk coming out. Sweet Tooth season 2, which will be so adorable.
Oh, wow.
Coming out. The big one here for Joe, Wednesday on Netflix. 2 words. Tim Burton reuniting with the director is Danny Elfman, who's composing the score.
Yes.
Looks pretty stellar. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Louise Guzman are the parents. Patricia Louise Guzman married Catherine Zeta-Jones in that. Awesome. Gwendolyn Christie is going to be Larissa Weems, the principal of Nevermore Academy. Okay. Interesting. Wheel of Time season 2. The first one was amazing. There's a Willow series coming out on Disney Plus this year also.
That's right. There's a great teaser for that. I don't know if you saw this, Nate, with Warwick Davis.
Yeah, I saw that
talking to the cast. Yeah, talking to the cast of the Willow movie, and they like, came out before I was born.
Yeah, right. Of course,
it was really funny.
Addie absolutely adores that movie. I showed that to her when she was real little, and she loved it. And then The Witcher: Blood Origin. So it's another Witcher kind of sequel coming out on Netflix. So that's all I got. Sorry, that list was crazy, but a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good things to be excited for.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I had a thought and I completely lost it.
You don't want them to do anything with Let the Right One In.
No, it was after that. It was something you just, it was literally something you just mentioned, like in your last 3.
Wheel of Time, Willow, Wednesday, The Witcher, Sweet Tooth, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, Sandman.
Shit.
No,
sorry, completely gone. Completely gone. Balls.
If you had rum, you'd be fine.
I would have. No, I absolutely would have. Shame on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got nothing.
We're good,
I got nothing.
No
I will remember the second we turn this off. That's how
we'll
this
add it
works.
to the show notes.
That's right. That's correct. So yeah, no, there's a lot that we're excited for. A lot that's sort of going. Final thoughts, guys. What do you got?
I just blew my load all over everything. So
Thanks for that, by the way.
Giggity.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Nate, I love your idea of getting a show list and putting our scores on there and sort of using that as sort of a discussion point moving forward. I think that's a great idea. And then, yeah, I don't know what else to say. So, what are you guys looking forward to? What's on your list to watch movie wise? What's on your list to play video game wise? let us know. You can find us on Facebook at the Rum and Regret Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at rum_regret. Joe, where can they find you?
At Joe Chickadee on all the socials or at joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they find you?
Sure, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your gaming platforms of choice. Come duel me in the lands between. Bring it on, baby. Elden Ring still has my soul, but hopefully we can get some Wonderlands action going on here with the pod. So let's do that.
For sure. Yeah. You can find me on Crazy Drake at Facebook, Andrew Drake on Twitter, and until the next time, we have spoken. Yeah, speaking of, when the hell does Mando Season 3 come out?
What do you know about the multiverse?